it was very coincidental that LEAP options were being traded on Pfizer stock today on a LEAP day, February 29, which only happens every 4 years during a leap year. So, what are LEAP options? Contrary to the name, LEAP options have nothing to do with the leap year. LEAP, L-E-A-P-S, stands for Long-Term Equity Anticipation Securities, which essentially means any options that have an expiration date longer than 1 year. So without further ado, let's find out how to invest in stocks by analyzing unusual options activity data on LEAP options. From the options time and sales tape, we can see here that today at 1:20 at the 15-second mark, we had these options that are considered LEAP options because they expired June 2025 for the 25 strike puts and the 35 strike calls. We can see a total of 3,500 contracts, which was today's biggest trade. So what is going on here? We'll take a deeper look at the chain here. You can see for the June 2025, this is 477 days away. So that is greater than a year. And that is why these options are considered LEAP options. You can see here at the 25 strike puts, volume 3,500, open interest 15,000. We can see on the 35 strike calls, we have the 3,500 volume and an open interest of 1,100. So because the open interest is less than the 3,500 LEAP options, we know that these are opening trades instead of closing trades. And so that is important in our analysis to find out whether trades are opening or closing. And what we believe this wealthy investor is doing, because they are trading Pfizer stock more than a year out, but are they bullish or bearish? We believe they are selling the 25 strike puts using this credit that they sold the premium for and collected, and buying the 35 strike calls. And when we analyze this trade, you can see what this trade looks like here. On the x-axis is the price of Pfizer. As it goes left and right, you can see that this is the price of Pfizer. And then on the y-axis here is the profit loss. If the blue and purple lines are above, this is profit. If it goes below, that is a loss. So you can see here as we move the mouse, this becomes a loss if Pfizer stock goes down, becomes a gain if it goes up. And we also see from the Greeks, the delta is a positive delta. So we know that this investor is bullish and going long on Pfizer. Okay, so one of the reasons why we know that this is a wealthy investor is because they sold the 25 strike puts. And by selling these puts naked, they are essentially saying they are willing to own 100 shares of Pfizer at $25 a share. which requires $2,500 of buying power. And since they did 3,500 contracts, this trade required $8.7 million. So this is a wealthy investor who believes that Pfizer has a good chance that it will be higher than where it is today. And by looking at this graph here, this diagram, you can see that even if Pfizer were to drop all the way to about here, $23.41, this is their break even, right? Where the zero on the profit y-axis meets with the blue line. So as long as Pfizer stays above $23.43, this will not be a losing trade. They will break even. So as long as it's above that break even here, this trade will be profitable. You can see that if Pfizer stays where it is, the blue line is actually above, and it is a profitable trade. They'll be able to keep the $157 of profit per trade if Pfizer stays where it is at $26 and doesn't move at expiration on June 2025. So this is what this investor believes will happen for Pfizer, that it will not drop below $23.43. That is what they believe, because they want to stay profitable, and that is where their profit lies, in that range. So by looking at this data, what it could help us understand is that the value of Pfizer is not lower than $23.43. Okay, that there is a very low probability that it will drop below that price level. And if it does drop below that price level, or gets around that price level, we would be a strong buyer of Pfizer stock, okay, as an investment in the long run, and possibly a trade based on the data. Okay, we have to monitor the data even in the short-term basis. If we are trading stocks using unusual options activity, if you are interested in how we use unusual options activity to find trades to stay profitable, then make sure to go to our website. We'll put a link at the top here. Let us know in the comments below what you think will happen to Pfizer in the long run. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell icon to be notified of future unusual options activity. Take care and have a great leap day.